Welcome to Storied Audio. The rain had been falling all day, streaking down the floor-to-ceiling windows of Rebecca Lane's penthouse. The city outside blurred into soft watercolor smears, lights bleeding together in a way that matched her mood. At 32, Rebecca had built her fortune from a tech startup she'd sold 5 years earlier. On paper, she had everything: an impressive portfolio, a sleek condo with its own private elevator, a wardrobe full of clothes worn only once. But tonight, like so many nights, she sat alone on her designer sofa, nursing a glass of red wine. Her phone buzzed. A message from Daniel. "We should talk. I miss you." Her stomach twisted. Daniel had been her boyfriend for almost 2 years. She'd let him in deeper than anyone since her parents passed. She thought he loved her for who she was, not for her money, not for her connections. She'd been wrong, catching him with someone else. Laughing, touching, careless with her heart, had shattered something inside her. Now the world felt unsafe, people untrustworthy, love like a cruel trick. She turned her phone off, set the wine aside, and decided to walk. It was past 10 when she stepped onto the quiet streets. The drizzle had softened to a mist, dampening her hair and jacket. Hood up, head down, she enjoyed the anonymity of night. She was halfway down an alley shortcut when she heard them. "Hey, pretty thing." Her pulse spiked. 2 men leaned against the wall, eyes narrowing on her. She quickened her pace. "Don't ignore us," one called, stepping toward her. Panic clotted her chest. She turned sharply and almost collided with another figure. Broad-shouldered, tall, but his voice was steady, calm. "Everything okay here?" He wasn't talking to her. He was talking to them. The men scoffed, muttered something crude, and slunk back into the shadows. "You're safe now," he said gently. Rebecca finally looked at him. Warm brown eyes. A presence that felt solid, grounding. "Do you live nearby?" he asked. Yes," she managed. "I'll walk you," he said. Not a demand. An offer. For reasons she couldn't explain, she let him. His name was Jack Harper, 35. He lived a few blocks away with his 7-year-old daughter, Annie. His wife had passed 3 years earlier, leaving him to raise Annie alone. As they walked, Rebecca stole glances at him. No expensive clothes. No designer watch. His jacket was worn, his boots scuffed, but he carried himself with quiet strength. At her building's entrance, she hesitated. She should thank him and go. But something in his eyes, steady, patient, made her whisper, "Thank you. Really? Any time," he said with a small, genuine smile. "Get some rest." She slipped inside, heart still racing for reasons beyond fear. Over the next few weeks, she couldn't stop thinking about him. Then she saw him again at the park. He was pushing a little girl on the swings. Annie, with Jack's warm brown eyes. Rebecca almost turned back, but Annie spotted her. "Hi." Jack looked over, surprise flickering into recognition. "Rebecca, right?" She nodded awkwardly. "Yeah. Just walking. Come join us." Annie beamed. Rebecca hesitated, then sat on a nearby bench. Annie chatted easily about Rebecca's hair, her shoes, her favorite color. Rebecca found herself laughing, something she hadn't done in weeks. Jack watched quietly, a soft smile tugging at his lips. They started running into each other more, at the park, the coffee shop, even the grocery store. Jack was warm, respectful, never pushing. Annie adored her, often clinging to her hand. But Rebecca kept her walls high. She never mentioned her wealth, never invited them to her penthouse. She was terrified he'd see her life and change, the way Daniel had. One night over coffee, Jack finally said, "You always keep things close. I don't want to pry, but sometimes it feels like you don't trust me." "It's not you," she whispered. "I've been hurt. Badly." His eyes softened. "I get it. After my wife died, I didn't think I could let anyone close again. But Annie, she needed me to keep living. Trust takes time. And patience." No one had ever spoken to her like that. Not pitying, not pushing. Just understanding. But not everyone approved. At a museum gala, her friend Vanessa cornered her. You're with him? She sneered, eyeing Jack's simple suit. Rebecca's face burned. Jack overheard. The ride home was silent. Finally, Jack said, I know I don't belong in that world. Her heart clenched. You and Annie, you're the only real thing I have. He didn't answer. The following weeks were tense. Rebecca felt torn between her old life and the quiet simplicity she'd found with Jack and Annie. Then Daniel showed up at her building with flowers. Come on, Rebecca. Let's try again. You don't belong with that handyman. You deserve better. Jack, arriving to pick her up for dinner, heard every word. His expression darkened. Hurt, betrayed. I should go, he said, turning away. Jack, wait. But he was gone. Rebecca didn't sleep that night. She thought about Jack's patience, Annie's laughter, the way her life felt fuller with them in it. By morning, she knew what she had to do. She went to Jack's modest apartment. Annie opened the door, beaming. Rebecca. Jack appeared behind her, wary. What are you doing here? I came to say I'm sorry, she said, voice trembling. For not trusting you. For letting people make me doubt what I know is real. And what's real? He asked quietly.
You.
Annie.
Us.
I don't care about the money or the penthouse or the galas. I just want to be with you. If you'll have me. Silence stretched. Then Annie tugged his hand. Daddy, please? I want Rebecca. Jack's eyes softened. The storm inside him broke. You're sure about this? About us? More sure than anything, she whispered. The months that followed weren't perfect. Rebecca learned to cook kid-friendly meals instead of ordering in. She traded gala invitations for school plays, late-night coding projects for Annie's bedtime stories. Jack learned to accept help, swallowing his pride when Rebecca offered to pay for Annie's dance lessons. They fought sometimes about boundaries, fears, blending their lives. But every fight ended with apologies, with reminders of why they chose each other. The penthouse, once echoing with silence, filled with laughter. One night, as they tucked Annie in, she whispered sleepily, Are you going to marry Rebecca, Daddy? Jack chuckled, glancing at Rebecca, who blushed. One day, kiddo. If she'll say yes. Rebecca smiled through tears and took his hand. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.